Anthony Harwig here with a Cardinal Mooney volleyball player profile. I'm joined by senior Amarra Anderson. Amarra, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
You got it, and it is your last go around. It's the last one. It's your senior year. What's it been
Yes.
like to deal with all the emotions that kind of the last one can bring you?
Well, I feel like I don't know, it has been a lot. Like senior year, I feel like it hasn't like clicked yet in my head that this is my last year playing with the girls I'm playing with now. It's a lot. It's exciting, it's sad, it's fun, but it's just been a great time seeing everybody progress from like the freshmen to like now the juniors and everything, and it's just been a lot to handle, to be honest. But playing the game always is fun with them. I love doing it, and at the end of the day, it's all fun. I love playing
I,
the sport.
I don't know if you feel the same way, but it seems like you were a freshman just yesterday. I remember popping into Cardinal Mooney and seeing this freshman Amari Anderson come on the floor. What's it been like to just go through your whole career and now being reflective in your senior year? How much have you grown since freshman season?
Um, I feel like I've grown more as a player, like with skill. Just working with it, working with different setters, running faster things compared to middle school. I feel like I've also grown more in maturity for the game. Like I feel I've been able to handle like losses and wins a lot better. Because at the end of the day, we're all here to play. We're all here to win and to put our best on the court. And getting there, it's a lot to mature and get to that point. But once you're there, it's so much more enjoyable to play, wins or losses, as long as you give it your all. That's all I taught myself how to do, is to give my all whenever I can, no matter the outcome.
You've grown as a leader over the years as well, and now, of course, as a senior, a lot of leadership responsibilities put on your shoulders. What kind of things have you kind of been doing to be a leader this year?
I choose to be a leader that like I always make sure that everyone has their head up. I always want everyone to be better than what they think they can be. I want everybody to always know that it's a sport. You're supposed to have fun. You're supposed to do what you know you can do, what you think you can do, because anything that they think they can do, you can always work to get there. And of course, I would always help them to get to where they want to be or need to be as the senior at the team. And I hope that they all look up to me and admire like my funness and how I always play with a smile and how I always want to be better, even now.
If you reflect on your preseason and your summer, like you knew that you were going to have more responsibilities as a leader this year, as a senior, as a captain. What was that like gearing up for the season, knowing that not only were you going to be a senior and was it going to be your last ride, but you were also going to have a lot more people looking to you for leadership this year?
It was really nerve wracking at first. Like just coming, I feel like yesterday, like I was a freshman, just on the court, no one really was paying attention. But now I'm the senior. I'm captain. I'm head of the team, and having everyone's eyes on me is very nervous, but also very inspiring. Knowing that what I do can change how others perceive me and the game, and how they want things to go, and how they want their season to be. So I always try to be that person that you see and you just want to be like, oh, I want to be like her. I want to play how she plays. And I want to play with that smile and that heart and that passion that she has. So I just reminding myself to keep my head up all the time is something I'm still getting used to, but I'm getting there as well.
You said it. Now all eyes are on you, especially the opponents. You used to be a player that could sneak under the radar a little bit, surprise people. But now you're number one on the scouting report. Everyone's circling you a couple of times, saying, "Hey, when we're playing Mooney, we can't let Amari Anderson be the one that beats us." What's that been like for you, getting everyone's best and getting more attention from other teams' defenses and things like that?
Um, I feel like I liked it. I've always wanted to be that person. Like whenever we're facing teams, they always be like, "Watch out for this girl." They know her by name, by how she looks, her number. They know to watch out for her, and it's always like a boost of like a confidence boost, like knowing that people are looking for me and trying to make sure I'm not on my A game, which I feel like that's weird to say, but I love the competitiveness about it. I don't know. It's fun. I don't. It's just a fun thing. It's a fun feeling.
To have an answer like that, you have to have this drive and this fire to go out and compete at volleyball. What gives you that fire on this court? What's that thing that really makes you competitive?
Um, that's a tough question. I feel like just knowing how much I love the sport and how I've grown up playing it. My mom used to play, my sisters would play. I would always watch them and be like, I want to be like them. I want to play it up to their level and go past that as well. And I don't know. The drive I have is just to have fun playing the game and knowing that if I give it all that I have, there's always going to be something that I can't quite get. But if I work, I can always try and get there the best that I can. And it's just the passion for the game is what drives me.
One of the things that we always ask Cardinal Mooney athletes is just the tradition of being in Cardinal Mooney. No matter what sport you're playing, you know, you walk in that gym and you see all the state championship banners that are just lying on the wall. What's it like for you to be a part of this athletics community and to be a part of the tradition of Cardinal Mooney?
It's I love it actually. I really do love it. I always like to look on the walls and see all the banners of the years and hope that this year my team and my year will be up there one day for us to go back. Oh, we did this. This was our game. We did this. We won this championship. We did this. It's really inspiring seeing how much like history that is on the walls. Like I know my dad, he has some stuff up there from his teams when he went here, and I've always wanted to have my own year up there with him.
So you're keeping the family legacy alive. Your dad, obviously, an athlete at Cardinal Mooney. What is it like to kind of to do that? To be able to go to the same school your dad did and hold up the family legacy?
It's interesting. Like when I first came to Mooney, a lot of these teachers did recognize me. They're like, "Oh, I had your dad." Like, and even now, I'm still getting like teachers who are like, "Oh, I had your dad this year. This year, he was a great student." And I feel like it also builds more of a bond with my teachers, like knowing that, oh, we both have this mutual connection, and that I feel like I'm held at a higher standard, which I do enjoy because I know I can be held at that higher standard to be better. And yeah.
Talk about the standards that your teachers hold you to, but what about yourself? What kind of standards do you hold yourself to, and how high of a bar do you set for yourself?
I set the bar as high as I possibly can because I know that I can reach those high standards that I set for myself. I set standards to be a great student, to be a great player, a great team player, a great senior. I push myself a lot. I try to at least, and I want only all of that I can give. I have to give everything that I can and everything that I do.
Every athlete in their career goes through some form of adversity. You know, they got to get past something from freshman to senior year. What's your biggest form of adversity that you've had to get through in your career?
I think my biggest adversity would probably be going from like freshman year to me now would be the increase in speed that I have to get to play the game more up to the speed I need to be. Like running faster things both outside and middle, and just having the stamina to keep up with it throughout 5 sets instead of just two or three like how it used to be. And it's been hard, but it's also been enjoyable to see the outcomes that I get for giving it my all and doing that.
Last year, you had one of the most watched highlights that we had all season with your foot save. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes, I
That's
do.
what you're known for. We got to ask about it. What that was like. I mean, I know it's just a reaction thing, but to be a part of something like that, what was that like for you?
Um, I remember that exact game too. Every now and then I go back and watch that video. I'm like, how did I do that? But I remember just turning around and seeing everybody was like low and ready for it, but no one was moving forward. So I just kind of kicked my foot out because like there was no harm. Like what else could happen? And it just happened to be a great up, and going through and playing. We were like, we have to get this point. We have to get this point after something like that. And once we did, I remember just the whole team like pushing me over and like cheering and screaming in my face.
Not only did you get the save, you also got the kill that ended that point, by the way, for those of you that didn't see the highlight. Let's talk about your future. You're a senior, you're going to be graduating next year. What kind of things do you see for yourself after high school?
Um, I am currently undecided on what school I want to go to, but I do know I want to pursue my passion in art because I do love that. I want to find a school with a great art program that will support how I want to do my art and how I want to get it out to the world. I would love to play college volleyball. and I know I have to put myself at an even higher standard to get there, and I'm willing to do that, and I'm ready to. But at the moment, I am undecided, but I do know what field I do want to go into with my art.
What's your favorite kind of art? The one that you love doing?
I love to paint. I love painting. Um, I like making pieces that reflect myself and how I want people to learn about me and know me and view me in the world. And I love making it a personal thing because your art is it's an extension of myself, and I would love to have the world see it.
Artists get to flex that creative muscle. What does that do for you as an athlete? Do you get to flex a little bit of creativeness on the volleyball court and think on your feet and do things like that as you would as an artist?
Um, I feel like it does kind of work hand in hand with like the creativity on like, oh, maybe we could run something like this. I feel like I have that mindset to think of these different things to run and try and run them, and I can visualize them in my head a little easier than how other people might be able to. But I feel like there is some hand in hand coordination with that, but at the same time, not as much. It's like a different part of the brain you have to click in.
So you're undecided on where you want to go, but are you someone that wants to travel a little bit far from home, or do you want to stay close? What kind of things interest you as far as looking for colleges that you want to go to?
Um, I wouldn't mind either as long as I'm getting the education that I'm seeking for. I would love to be close to home at the end of the day, and I'm sure anybody would. But I also have that urge to like go out and see the world and try different things in different spots and just see what the world has to offer, especially like going into this new part of my life as an adult. Ooh, that feels so weird to
I know.
say.
Ooh, adulting, it's coming up on you quick. You
It's
say see the
definitely-
world. If you were able to go anywhere and be anywhere, in the world, even if it was just for a vacation, where do you think you'd want to go?
um, that's a hard question. I would want to go somewhere out of the country, maybe like Tokyo, Japan. That would be a really nice trip. I always see pictures and like I know people who have been there and they say it's like the time of the life. It's such a beautiful place, all the lights and all the things you have to do there. And I don't know. I think that would be probably where I want to go.
What is your favorite vacation spot that you have been to?
Um, I think the favorite spot I've been to would probably be Arizona. It was really nice down there. I have family that lives down there, so whenever we go, it's like, oh, we can visit our family and get away from the cold winters and just enjoy the difference in how it is. Like it's a completely different feeling there, and it's just so much bigger. There's so much more to do than here in Youngstown, Ohio. But I don't know. There's always something new to do when I go down there, so I love it.
My last question for you is going to be: what are you going to miss the most about this volleyball team when you do have to say goodbye to it, and the memories that you're going to cherish with the team that you're on?
I'm gonna miss so much about this team. I'm gonna miss everything. I can't pinpoint just one thing. I'm gonna miss playing with them. I'm gonna miss just talking with them on the bench, helping them get better at things, helping taking their own advice and using it to help me get better. It's just such a warm feeling playing with the team and watching them grow. And it's just gonna be so sad to leave. And especially now, I know everyone looks up to me. I know they're all gonna. They've all told me they're gonna miss me. They're all gonna miss my energy. They're gonna miss my smiles and hugs. And I think I'm just gonna miss them. I miss playing with them. I'm gonna miss being around them all the time, even though we all say we're sick of each other. It's just gonna be a really bittersweet moment once I have to go.
Amarra, before we do let you go, I want to give you the chance to thank your support system, the people that are in your corner, the people that always have your back. I'm going to give you as much time as you want to give shout outs to whoever you want to shine a light on in this interview.
Okay. I'd like to thank my dad, my mom, of course, just for raising me and getting me into a spot where I can go out into the world with confidence, knowing that I know what I want to do with my life. I'd like to thank my teachers and especially Mr. Butler for helping me find my own art and myself and learning how to do it and get it on a canvas so I can show it to the world and see how proud I am. I want to thank my friends, of course, as well, for always being there on the good and bad days. Whenever I'm like not in the mood, they're always there to help me smile and laugh about it and just have a better day. And I love that they can also come to me when they have issues and confide in me. That's all I want. I always want to be someone that can be there for anybody and help them whenever they need. I want to thank my sisters because they've been with me, especially my sister Deja. She's always been with me through thick and thin. She's always been there for me to call, for me to ask her things, for me to just talk to her, even if I just want to talk and say nothing really. Um, I want to thank my dog. I want to thank my dog because, of course, he's like a little emotional support animal. He's always here. He always gets so excited when I come home, and it's always just a great feeling knowing that he's been waiting for me just to be there and love me. Um, I think that's all.
That is the very first dog that we've had, which I love. I love it. What's the dog's name?
Mister.
Mister out there, shout out to you. You are the best dog ever.
Best.
Wag that tail, buddy. Amarra, before we let you go, I want to thank you, of course, for the time. Wish you the best of luck the rest of your senior season, and know that we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
All right. Thank you.